right, find a nice seat. So you know how kids are really good at letting you know what they need. They need to be fed, you know. If they're tired, you know that too. Um, and they're good at finding the balance in their lives, I think. And sometimes as adults, we forget to pay attention to what we're needing. So, you know, we sometimes get lopsided. And then of course we think, well, I should really eat better. And so then, you know, you go all out with that. And or exercise or sleep. Sometimes we think, oh, I really need to catch up on sleep. And it just doesn't work as well. You have to find the balance in your life every day, right? So you figure out what works best for you and do that. So think about that. Close your eyes. And as you turn into your breath, see if you can balance out the inhale and the exhale. If your inhale is 6 counts, make your exhale 6 counts. Just find some balance there. And then also notice a lot of times we pay attention to the front of our body when we breathe, how it expands and contracts. See if you can balance that out with the back body as well. So you feel the breath move down the front and down the back of your body. It's like expanding in all directions, even on the sides. Letting go of anything that's not serving you this morning. Please bring hands to heart center. When we take the time to find a good balance, life balance, I think we're much more likely to be living in the present, paying attention to the present moment. We might notice the grace that's always surrounding us and a little better. Please lower your hands, open your eyes, and find a little bit of a wall space, if you would, somewhere. We're just gonna meet you in. And just bring your hands about halfway down and just do like a down dog on the wall. So stick your bum back, little bit of a shoulder stretch there. So hips are back. Couple breaths. And then come up and stand with your right hip away from the wall a little bit and just reach your right hand back so the fingers are pointing back about shoulder height. And think long side body, head of the arm molds back. I like to bring my left hand to my hip. So I remember to keep the rib cage back and then just kind of press into the wall. It's a pretty good stretch on that shoulder. Broaden the clavicles a bit. And if it's not enough, you can always turn away from the wall to increase that stretch. Pretty intense. And then relax a moment and switch sides. So just right hand to the hip if that feels okay. I'm about, I don't know, 18 inches away from the wall. So don't be too close because then, yeah, then it makes it harder. And then just think, I want rib cage to stay back. I want a long back of neck. Actually, even turn your head right and left. You can see how much freedom, more freedom you have there when you have the length. Press, turn away if you want, broaden the clavicles. That's always a good idea. Oh, and relax. Feel good? Yeah. And then come back to your mat and standing at the front, just stretch up really tall, reach up as high as you can. And then slowly fold forward one vertebra at a time, just kind of rolling down to a forward fold. And relax your jaw. Just take a few moments there. I like to sway forward and back just to see if I have weight in all parts of my feet. And maybe even side to side a little bit. You can feel all the different muscles and ligaments kind of engaging. Maybe even go in a circle. Your hips go in a circle, you're just kind of moving through. It's just a very subtle circle, nothing ever lifts. You can switch directions if you want. And then pause. Come up more like a pranam. If you need blocks here, you can. So keeping your right hand down, just bend your right knee and bring your left hand to your hip and twist to the left. And then unwind and do that on the other side. I'm not mirroring you. So bend your left knee, right hand to the hip, twist that direction. You feel the IT band? Good. And come on back to center. Good. And then let's come down to all fours and just work through some cow and cat. And you're just trying to balance out front body stretch and back body stretch. And just start to move in a big figure eight, warming up the shoulders and hips. And switch directions of your figure eight infinity sign, whatever. And when you feel evened out, extend your right leg, point and flex your foot a few times. Now you have to stay strong both on the front body and the back body to then be able to extend the left arm. And slowly round and bring elbow to knee and extend it back out and bring that knee and hand down. Extend the left leg, point and flex, keeping your hips level and even. Balance the front and back body, extend the right arm. And very slowly, as you round up, bring elbow to knee, extend it back out, and bring those two limbs down. Bring your knees a bit wider, sit back to child's pose, but keep your arms extended long and come up on fingertips. Maybe walk your hands to the left on those spider fingers. And then go to the other side. And then back to center. Ground your hands down. Come up. Your hands should be slightly in front of your shoulders. Curl your toes and lift up and back to a downward facing dog. And walk out your dog. And then come forward to plank. And you really want to stay balanced, front and back, and throughout your hands, weights evenly in all parts of your hands. And then lower to the mat. Hands by your hips. Think long side body. Lift the shoulders away from the floor. Keep the long back of neck. Lift your head, your shoulders, your arms. Shalabhasana. See if maybe your hands will clasp back there. Maybe not. It's okay if they don't. You don't want to change anything. Keep broadening the clavicles. Lift one more inch and relax down. Good. The breath, hands by your chest, and then push all the way back to a child's pose again. Always good to balance out the back bend with a little bit of a rounded back. And then come on up to all fours, a little bit of thread the needle. So extend your right arm and thread it underneath. Just getting that twist movement. Feel that big stretch on your right shoulder. Breathe into that. One more breath. And then come on up to switch. So thread that left arm underneath. Draw the sternum back a little bit. You'll feel more stretch on that shoulder. So we stretch the front of the shoulder. Now we're trying to stretch the back. Balance out. And then come on up. Ground your hands down. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then walk your feet a little closer to your hands. You'll probably have to bend your knees. That's okay. And you can use blocks under your hands. And then see if you can feel stable enough to lift your right hand up and bring it to the outside of your left shin or knee. Yeah. And then twist a little bit. Look under your left armpit. If you can straighten your legs. Oh, yeah. And unwind and switch. Left hand to right shin and switch and twist. You can bend that right knee to start and then try and re-straighten it. Good, and unwind. And now walk your hands the rest of the way back to your feet to a forward fold again. And just give yourself a few moments there. Maybe walk your hands to the left and to the right. And back to center. And then slowly roll one vertebra at a time, all the way up to standing. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna stay this way. I want you to, you might need to go near a wall if you, for balance, if you have, it's always good to find balance, right? Whether you're using the wall or standing on your own. So stand on your left foot, bring your right foot up for a quad stretch. Stretch up. Good. Now let go of the foot, bring it forward and down. Just to balance out front and back. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So standing on the right foot, bring the left foot up, quad stretch. Take your time. Release the foot, maybe bring the knee forward and down. Okay, we haven't done this for a while. Yeah, so I'm gonna have you do this again. I'm gonna turn this way. So you're gonna, instead of grabbing the outside of your foot, I want you to turn your thumb up and grab the inside of your foot. You can hold the wall again if you need to. And I'm jumping around. See if I can find some balance here. So if you bring your opposite arm up, that sometimes helps. And then you immediately kick the foot into your hand. So you're hugging to the midline, and then maybe you can kick it back for baby dancer pose. And come on out. Yeah, it's tough. And I always hug my arm in and hug my foot to the midline, and that helps me. So just play with the other side. So turn the thumb up, grab the inside of the foot, hug to the middle, and just kind of kick it back. And as you do, you'll know if you can move forward or not. Baby dancer pose. And come on out when you're ready. That was beautiful. I saw that. Good. And then just reach your arms up again. Stretch up, reach up, touch. And then bend your elbows and see about lifting your heart a little higher. And then reach up again and fold forward slowly. Take a breath there and walk your hands out. Downward facing dog. And if you want blocks, I'm going to grab mine. You can put those under your hands. Not necessary if you don't need them, but sometimes it's nice to have that height. And then just extend your right leg when you're ready. And just feel a big stretch on that left leg. Good. And then step it through to a deep lunge. Lift your back heel and lower it a few times. And then go ahead and lower your back knee. Hug to the midline. Maybe you want to keep the right hip crease back. Stretch up to Anjaneyasana. I like to hug the knee forward. Big stretch. And then touch down. Slide your hips back, straighten the right leg for runner's lunge. Flex the foot, draw it into the socket. Oh. Just see if you're leaning to the left or to the right and you want to not lean either way. Just keep it balanced and right in the middle. And maybe point the toes a little bit. And bending back into the front knee. Lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. Extend the left leg. Let's play for a minute. Just feel the stretch in your right leg. And then step it through. Deep lunge. Lift and lower the back heel a few times. And then lowering the back knee, hugging to the midline. Stretch up Anjaneyasana. Every pose you want to feel an equal action, a balanced action of muscle energy and organic energy where you extend out, just kind of show your heart in the pose. And touch down, slide the hips back, runner's lunge. Just feeling it out. And bending back into the front knee. Lift the back knee. And this time, step forward, forward fold. Step your left foot back to a deep lunge. And let's do regular warrior one. So step that foot close enough that you can ground it down. The front knee stays bent. And then bring your hands on your front knee. So you want your hips to stay strong and almost parallel, but you're kind of facing the front left of your mat. And then stretch up. It's a weird pose, I know. See if you can find balance here. Sometimes this is a hard pose to find balance in. You can really feel balance through your front leg and your back leg. Good, and then touch down to the blocks. Turn them to the higher height. Move your hips up and back to straighten the right leg. And again, find balance. Maybe fold. Pyramid pose, yep. You want that back foot to feel grounded. And then come up more like a pranam and see if maybe you can walk your blocks to the right, but keep your hips and your feet just as they are. So you're doing a little twist here. You feel a big stretch. Good, and then unwind. Bend the front knee, step forward, and we'll switch there. You can leave the blocks high. Just step that right foot back. My toes turn out slightly. Bend the front knee. Keep balanced as you come up. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Find balance. Find the balance between muscular energy and shining out. Good. Touch down. Move your hips back. Straighten that left leg. And fold into pyramid pose. Just see where it takes you. Hips stay parallel, kneecap and toes on that right leg stay facing the same direction. And then if you want, come up to a pranam. And if it felt good, walk those blocks to the left side. Really have to keep talking to your the rest of your body. Just keep a wind. Oh, that feels so good to me. Good. Unwind. Bend the front knee. Step forward. You can move the blocks back to regular height if you want. Just take a moment. On your next inhale, pranam. Just think long, strong spine. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Let's just keep going. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Pranam. And fold. Step your left foot back to a deep lunge. And I'm going to have you challenge yourself here. So make sure you have plenty of width between your feet and come up to crescent warrior. Now, if it's better for you to lower the back knee, just honor that. Find the balance. Okay, now everybody touch your front leg, ground your back foot down, and then come to warrior two. Nice. Very good. Good. Bring your elbow to your knee. Parsvakonasana. You can slide the arm by your ear if you want, palm facing down. And then touch down. Turn the back heel up, step back, downward facing dog. Then the left leg, that feels good to do a step through to deep lunge. Again, finding the balance. Crescent warrior. Just that perfect balance of muscle energy, organic energy. Good. Hands to the front thigh. Ground that back foot down till you feel balanced. And then come to warrior two. And then Parsvakonasana, elbow to knee. Just take your time, turn belly and chest to the right. And reach down, touch the blocks, turn the back heel up, step back, downward dog, and just set your blocks off for a moment. For a little vinyasa, if you're ready for a child's pose, that's okie dokie with me. You gotta find the balance. On your next inhale, come to plank. And exhale, lower to the mat. Press your feet down, lift to cobra on the inhale. Exhale, lower. And push all the way back, child's pose. And then coming up, grab your blocks, downward facing dog. Bless you. Extend your right leg. Step it through, deep lunge. And we're going to turn the blocks to the higher height again. And then, so your left heel's lifted. We're going to do pyramid pose again. So lift your hips up and back to straighten the right leg. Now your hips can stay aligned. And you can fold if you'd like. It's a little bit different feeling, but I still want you to feel really grounded through that back foot, even though the heel's lifted. Good, now come up like a pranam on those blocks. Ground the back foot down. Keep the right leg straight. Bring your left hand to your hip. Woohoo! Guess where we're going? Turn your belly and chest to the left. You're in triangle pose. Isn't that cool? Think long spine, long back and neck. The perfect balance of muscle energy hugging to the midline, hugging your muscles to the bone, and but yet shining out, showing your heart in the pose. Good. Bend into your front knee and touch the block. Turn the back heel up and step forward. Switch. Right foot steps back. Finding the perfect balance here. Shift the hips up and back. Everything stays aligned. Maybe fold. That feels okay. Come up like a pranam. Ground that back foot down, keeping the left leg straight. Bring the right hand to the hip. Trikonasana. Triangle pose. One more breath. And on the exhale, bend your knee, touch down, turn the back heel up. Turn the blocks back down to normal. Step back, downward facing doggy. And walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, prana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. I want you to just like your block or bring your blocks with you. Turn towards each other, and so you're wide on your mat, and then take a wide stance. And just set your blocks there in case you want them. I don't know if you will or not. And come up to standing. And just make sure you have a balance of the weight on your feet. Good. And then stretch your arms up. And then fold forward. Your blocks are there if you need them. Keeping the balance on your feet. Sway here, forward and back, to see if you have a good balance through the feet, through the legs. Good. And then walk your hands towards your left foot. It just feels different in this position. You can use the blocks there. And then back through center, walking the hand towards the right foot. And coming back to center. And then come up like a pranam. Swivel the heels in, bend the knees, hands on the knees. Come up to a goddess pose. Yeah. And when you feel balanced, like hips are moving back, you have front body engaged, back body engaged, bring hands to heart center. And then just a little sway through one knee and the other. Keep the whole core balanced, evenly engaged. And then pause, bring the hands back on the knees. Good. And then straighten your feet out and fold forward one last time. And then come on up to, I'm going to have you bring a block behind your heel on each side. And you might want it on the medium or the high height, I don't know. And then come on up to standing. Good. Bring your arms up. And let's start with your left foot. Turn your left foot forward and bend into warrior two. Good. And then slowly reach down for that block with your left hand. You're in Parsvakonasana. Bring your right hand to your hip. Slide that right foot forward and bring the block out. And just see if you can transfer your weight to that left foot and maybe lift the right leg up. Ardha Chandrasana. You don't have to lift it up. You can work on triangle too. Let's see how that works for you. Good, bending the front knee, sliding the block back, sliding the foot back so it's in front of that block. Warrior two again. Sorry, Helen. Straighten the left leg and then switch the orientation of your feet. I promise. That was the last thing I'll throw at you, but we have to even it out. So bend into the right knee. Warrior two. And then see about Parsvakonasana. So if it works for you to reach the block, you can bring it to the higher height too. And then left hand to the hip. Slide the left foot a lot closer. Block comes out. Now, you can work on triangle pose if you want, or Ardha Chandrasana, just lifting the back foot up. Sometimes you have to play with where the block best serves you. Bending the front knee, touching that back foot down, moving the block back and the foot. Warrior two. Yeah. Straighten the front leg. Turn that foot in, relax your arms. Just heel toe, bring your feet together. Yay. And come down to your version of a deep squat, because I think that'll feel good. Yeah. Come to a seated position. You can move your blocks out of the way. Sitting in the middle of your mat, just Grab behind your knees, lift your heart, and as you come to boat pose, I want you to think of balance, front body and back body. So you have that muscle energy drawing in, and then you can extend out. Good, and then come on down. And go ahead and transition down to your backs. Bring your feet wide, arms in cactus. Engage a few windshield wipers. Think of it as a calming. And then next time these are up, bring your feet up. You can hug the feet and knees together. Keep a neutral spine, so front and back just as strong. Let your knees roll to the right and come all the way down. Your left shoulder endeavors to stay grounded, but might come up, I don't know. Because I want you to just allow your feet and knees to relax in the ground. Let gravity do the work. You can even turn your head to the left if you want. And just feel that stretch. But it's more of a letting gravity take over kind of stretch. You're not having to hold muscle energy. You're just letting go. Good. Now hug the knees together, bring them up and over to the other side. Turn your head to the right. Lying down, twist. Letting go. And then coming out, hug to the midline. Just hug your knees in. You can even lift your head and shoulders round into a little ball. And then letting go, bring your feet right under your knees. Trying to keep a neutral spine now. Bring your right ankle over your left thigh. And maybe if you want more stretch, you can interlace behind that left thigh. I have a needle. And then releasing, switch, left ankle over right thigh. Just trying to keep a neutral spine. And releasing that. Maybe one Satu Bandha, so hands by your hips, feet right under knees, lift. And even here, just think, front body and back body support me. And then lowering down, Stretch out for Shavasana. Once again, evening out the breath, noticing the texture of it. Allow it to be smooth, relaxed. Every exhale, a cue to relax and let go. Our very cells respond to the thoughts we think. With every word, silent or spoken, we participate in the body's functioning. We participate in the functioning of the universe itself. If our consciousness grows lighter, then so does everything within and around us. This means, of course, that with every thought, we can start to recreate our lives. In saying yes to new beginnings, we begin to bring them forth. Tapping in to that breath, life force, prana. Begin to think of it as more of an energizing breath. And starting to move in small ways. I'm coming back to seated. Ready, please bring hands to heart center. Just want to thank each of you for helping me keep some balance in my life. Namaste. You being here. Thank you guys at home.